Two-Gun Kitty, the Catnip Outlaw here, and I'd like to have some thoughts on a recent video by Reid Heinrich of Valor Ridge dealing with Rob Pincus, and some not too pro 2A thoughts. This is all my opinion, and I haven't done any major research, but I've kind of been connecting the dots for about a year and a half on Pincus. It goes back before the first DC 2A rally that he organized, although they like to say it was a grassroots, but it was a Rob Pincus and his cabal that he's formed, and I'm disappointed in a lot of people that have kind of aligned themselves with Pincus over that time. The first person to bring it up around that time was the Yankee Marshal, and his line is Pincus likes to sell Rob Pincus, which I think is 100% true, but I think it goes a lot further than that, because Pincus is a shill for himself, and shills love money. So I'm going to come back to this towards the end. So Pincus has tried to make himself a mover and shaker in the 2A community, and I was kind of turned off by how that DC rally went down and the way they handled that, because I think it was just more of a let's get my group together and pat ourselves on the back for this, and wasn't concerned with the overall promotion of it and forwarding 2A rights. There were some great speakers there and some great speeches, and I'm gonna connect another dot which kind of goes with the article that Reid was mentioning, and two of the speakers there, I hope I get his name right. One was I think it's Mike Sandini, or of Walk the Talk, who's been on a lot of shows with Pincus, dealing with suicide prevention, mental health, and I forget the gentleman's name, but he was a former higher up in the Brady Foundation. These were the two people that were not well received when they did their speeches at that 2A rally. And the Brady one was very confusing. I can understand the Sandini speech, although it was poorly executed, and it's something that we need to tackle in the 2A community, but a lot of people like to ignore it. But the Brady Foundation gentleman's speech, I just felt something was very off, and why it was out of place there. I was open to, we need to work together. But I think we all know when you work with those people, it's more of giving in to what they want than us getting anything out of it. So that was when I think a lot of people missed and ignored, and it's going to come back to this article. And I think Pincus has tried to make himself a player as the NRA has kind of collapsed, and he's been doing his dealings. And like I say, a lot of people that are big names in the 2A community have worked and aligned with Pincus over this time, which makes me raise an eyebrow to them now, because Pincus, I just has always felt comes across as a sleazy car salesman. I can't, anytime I hear him, it just turns me off. And he did this article with the gentleman with the Brady campaign, calling for more increased background checks, stuff, dealing with mental health, and a lot of stuff that is very dangerous to the 2A community. Now, this is an accusation that, like I said, I don't have any proof, and I hope bigger people in the community look into this is Rob Pincus, who is a shill and likes money, taking money from Bloomberg groups? And are people associated with Pincus also? Now, particularly, I'm going to be blatant, Walk the Talk America. Are they getting money from Bloomberg groups? This is a big accusation, but I think this is where this is going. It sounds like Pincus is more of a Manchurian candidate in the 2A community. And I would not be surprised if people dug deeper and found that he is taking money from Bloomberg groups. Now, what should be done? Well, I think people who have had Pincus on their shows and let him speak need to have him back on the shows and push him on these issues, push him on his thoughts and views. Don't throw softballs, just throw some high heat at him. Give him some chin music since it's baseball season. And challenge Rob Pincus. Bring him on your shows. Let's not cancel Rob Pincus. Let's bring him out, expose him, and find out the truth of Rob Pincus. I may be wrong. I hope I am, but I have had a bad feeling about Pincus for over a year. And he gets way too many mulligans and softball questions when he's interviewed. People let him sell himself. He's a snake oil salesman, and I think it goes deeper. So I hope, like I say, people who have had him on, invite him on, and challenge him on these issues. Two Gun Kitty, signing off.